In this video, we're going to look at what can nature teach us about delay effects. Next time you hear a naturally occurring delay sound, I want you to pay attention to the sound and effect it has on you. And we're going to look at one sound in particular that you hear in nature that we can apply to our guitar playing. So let's dive in. So notice what happens when you hear a sound just naturally echo back, whether it's outside, inside, whether you're somewhere like the Grand Canyon having a huge sound or in a gymnasium. It echoes back, or you can call it delay. It means the same thing. And you hear a copy of that sound, and sometimes it's very distinct, sometimes it kind of blurs together. But one thing is that it gets quieter as it goes along, and very often it will get darker as it goes along. And that's the thing I want to really focus on today. So one thing is thunder. If you next time you're in a thunderstorm, notice how you hear a loud crack of thunder, and it's this big, condensed energy sound, and it's got kind of a crack, this loudness to it, as much as it's a big, low, deep sound as well. But when it reverberates back, it can sometimes just kind of mesh into like this reverb type sound, but sometimes you can hear the distinct echoes of it, and it's very low. That's that rumble that gives that thunderous rumble. So another example, I was recently swimming in the Saco River in New Hampshire, and there was a train off in the distance that kept blowing its whistle, and you'd hear this kind of loud, high-pitched sound, and it would just echo back through the woods. And as it did it, it got much deeper and darker. I should say it got deeper itself, but the high-end part of it got kind of washed away. And what that does is it makes it sound like it's going away from you, going far. So we can do the same effect with our guitar. So if I have my delay pedal here, and I have on mine a tape age, which a lot of pedals will be color, EQ, contour. They basically all do the same thing. Mine is tape age because it's specifically a tape echo. So if I crank it all the way up, that means it's going to sound like a very old tape, and that's going to give that darker sound. So let's just give that a listen. Do it one more time. And notice the tone of the repeats. Now I'm going to do it down, so that means it's actually going to get not as dark. So, what do you notice? When it's higher, it's definitely a little bit closer, and while it still has that delay effect of pulling back, it's a little more closer to your face at the same time. And if you do the darker way, it pulls it back, and that's a little bit more how it's naturally going to sound out in nature. So if you want that more natural sound of something like thunder, something moving away, go for the darker sound. So change that color on your pedal or in that plugin if you're doing recording. And if you wanted to make it sound even more natural, you would actually start high and make it go low as it goes along, which is a little hard to do live, but you can do it a lot easier if you're doing it after the fact while recording. But let's try it. So that really makes it sound like it's fading off. So let's try it in a real musical situation and see how it sounds. If this is your first time here, I would love to have you subscribe, because every week I publish videos to help you hear music from a new perspective so that you can apply it to your guitar playing and grow towards finding your own sound. So hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you again next week.